Back here on this Locked On NFL crossover Thursday, presented by our friends over at PrizePicks. Download the app and use code LOCKEDONNFL to win $50 instantly when you play $5. Carolina Panthers are 6.5-point underdogs. The Atlanta Falcons are 6.5-point favorites. So just so no one can say, all right, you only gave the Panthers side of it. I gave both. Panthers are underdogs, 6.5 points. Falcons are favorites, 6.5 points. And we're going to talk about the three things each team must do in order to win this game. And there's probably more than three things they each must do to win the game. But Aaron, please tell me, what are the three most important things the Falcons must do to come and beat these Panthers?
Well, I think the first thing is you got to stop the run. That, to me, is the Panthers' biggest weapon. And if you can do that, then I think hopefully you won't have too many problems with the rest of the Panthers' offense. We'll see. I think the other thing that benefits the Falcons because they struggle to stop the run is the number two thing, which is get off to a fast start offensively. If you can do what the Bears did and get an early lead, you can force Carolina to kind of abandon the run on their own as they try to work back from that sort of thing. And that will be a big benefit to your defense being able to stop the run because they don't have to worry about it. And then the third thing is just play a clean football game. Going back to the point I made earlier about a chaotic Kirk Cousins, just don't turn the ball over. Don't give Carolina too many opportunities to get back into this game. And I think if you do those three things, you should be able to walk away with a win in Carolina, in Charlotte, even if it's going to be a typical, sweat-inducing, nail-biting Falcons late game surge or whatever the case may be. But if you check those three boxes, I think you should be okay against a struggling Panthers team.
Well, three of the boxes the Panthers need to check among the probably 29 or so boxes they need to check to win this game on Sunday. Number one, convert on third down. Dave Canales goes over some of the factors that lead to every win or loss, and he talked about how the Panthers were 0-7 on third and manageable in that game against the Bears on Sunday, and that's not ideal. Obviously, the Panthers currently are one of the worst third down offenses in the league. But if you want to take away the first 2 weeks where Bryce Young was a quarterback, we'll look at the last 3 weeks. Panthers are still only converting 39.47% of their third down since Andy Dalton took over, which would actually be smack dab in the middle of the NFL at 16th, which, okay, that's much better than only converting like 28% like they were with Bryce Young, but still, they got to be able to stay on the field. And in order to run the football and take advantage of a matchup, I think they can against this Falcons defense that has really struggled to stop the run, is by being able to convert on third down and be able to keep Chuba Hubbard on the field. And also, I don't know, maybe hand the ball to Chuba Hubbard more often than they have. Number two, you gotta get up the field on defense. They have just been awful at doing that. Speaking of third down conversion percentage, they're allowing their opponents to convert 46% of the times. That's 29th in the NFL. They're last in red zone defense. Aaron, 87.5% of the time the team gets into the red zone, they score. So if you get to the red zone, touchdown Falcons. That's what it's going to be. And they're allowing 50.9% of their opponents' drives in scoring drives. The only team that's worse, the Atlanta Falcons, allowing 52.1%. So there's probably going to be a score on every drive based off of how things have gone for both these defenses. And number three, got to limit turnovers. This is a problem for this team last year as well, where they just got killed when it came to points off turnovers. Their turnover margin's not that bad. It's -3. It's not good, obviously. Falcons are at -1 through the first 5 weeks of the season. The Panthers have had turnovers on offense in their drives 13.6% of the times. That's sixth most in the NFL. Their opponents have 44 points off those turnovers, including 17 last week in Chicago. And Dave Canales counts turnover on downs as well. So I'm probably like subtracting 14 points that also would go towards that. The Panthers have 6 points off opponent turnovers. So 44-6, you can see that's a big scale that's being weighed. That's why they're not winning some of these games when they turn the football over. Because when they turn it over, their opponents cash in. When the opponents turn it over, which has been rare, the Panthers don't really do anything. So those are the three things that they must do in order to get this win on Sunday. We'll see whether that will be the case. Any final thoughts heading into this matchup on Sunday, and anything else you're looking at, Aaron?
No, I expect the Falcons to come back down a little bit to earth after their big Thursday night win. I'm hoping I'm wrong on that projection, but as long as they walk away with a win, starting off the season 3-0 in the division, sort of increasing that lead, that'll be great. So even if it is a underwhelming win, I'll take what I can get at this point with the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm expecting this to actually be a pretty high-scoring game. Like, I was surprised to see that over-under go down. I mean, if you want people want to take the over on FanDuel, go ahead. I probably won't be doing it, but I'm expecting points, especially looking at the last 2 games Atlanta's played. And I get Carolina didn't play well against the Bears, but the Bears are the first good defense that they've faced with Andy Dalton. The Raiders don't have a good defense. The Bengals, their defense is not good either. We just saw like Joe Burrow did everything he could to try and win that game on Sunday. They could not stop the Ravens, and Lamar is excellent. Totally understand that. This is not a good defense they're facing, and I think they're going to have an opportunity to be able to run the ball and see if those receivers can get open. I know Deontay Johnson, he's struggling with an ankle injury. He was limited to practice on Wednesday. Xavier Legette had a shoulder injury, but he was actually out there, I believe, as a full participant on Wednesday. So that's positive. Adam Thielen's still on IR, going to miss at least the next 2 games. So I'm expecting points. 425, a lot of eyes going to be on this game. Can't let it be a boring game. I don't think it's going to be a boring game at all. It should be interesting as the Falcons and the Panthers get it going here.